Hello. Again, this is a small video about some basic Excel skills. I'm going to show you how to do some basic calculations in Excel. And on screen you see here the example. These are the fertility rates in Mozambique for 3 years, 2011, 15 and 18, and the provinces. These are raw, what I call raw numbers, which is the average number of children per woman. So there are no calculations, no corrections or whatever. You just count the number of children and divide this by the number of women, and then you have the fertility rate. Well, let's first have a look at it, at the spreadsheet. In column A, we see the provinces, and in the first row, we see the titles of the columns. So in B, the rate for 11, in C for 15, and in 18, we see that for the year 18. Okay, what can you do with this? You can do certain calculations and visualizations. Here you see an overview what we are going to do. First we're going to calculate an average for each year. Then we calculate a percentage change. What is the change from 11 to 18? How big is that change? And we want to have that in a percentage. Here you see visualizations. First, for the year 2000, you see the fertility rates for each province, and you can easily see which is the highest and which is the lowest. Here you see the development of the average over the years. You can see it's dropping, and here you see the percentage change in a bar graph. And finally, I added this Excel sheet to a Tableau to make a map. And here you see the map, a colored map with the numbers in it of the fertility rate. Okay, here we go. It is a good rule that when you work with data in an Excel sheet, that you copy your data. You're never going to work in your original data, because when you mix it up and your original data are overwritten, then you have to start all over again. So the best thing to do is leave your original data as it is and copy it, or use a copied file. In this case, I will copy the data. I select them, then I do copy, copy here. I open a new tab here, and then right click and I paste the data, right? I'm going to enlarge it a little bit so you can see it better. That's a little bit too much. Something like this. Okay. You want to see the name of the columns, of course. Okay. So we enlarge that too. So the width of the column you can change, as you see. Well, this is a spreadsheet, and a spreadsheet consists of columns which are numbered A, B, C, etc., and rows which are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. The crossing of a column and a row is called a cell, and in a cell we put numbers, or we do that later, we put a calculation, a formula. Here on top you have what you call your interface, your user interface. You can do certain things here, and this is called a ribbon. I'm now at the tab Home, and these are the possibilities, the tools I have within Home. But when I click on Insert, I have another set of tools. When I click on Data, I have also another set of tools. So this is what you use to analyze your data in Excel. So I start from Home. All right. Make this also a little bit bigger. Okay. Right. Cool. First, we can see the fertility rates here. This is 2018 and this is 11. So let's decide that you want to have an order. You want to know what is the highest and what is the lowest. As journalists, we are always interested in a top 10. Well, if you want to order this from high to low and low to high, there is a relationship between this number and this number because it's all for this province. So if you order this column, the others have to follow. In order to do that, you have to select the whole spreadsheet. When the whole spreadsheet is selected, you can go here and you do sort and filter. You click on custom sort. And now it asks on which column do you want to sort. I want to sort on the total fertility for 2018. Here we go. So I select that. How do you want it? From the smallest to the largest. And I say OK. And you can see that the smallest is the city of Maputo and the province of Maputo. And the highest is here in Sofala, Niasha. And here's Zambezi. Okay. If you want to go back, you click here. For example, now do it the wrong way. You select only one column, right, like this, and you say sort and filter, and you do custom sort. And then Excel warns you. You have only one column selected. Do you want to continue or not? Do you want to expand the selection? If you click on expand and then sort again, then the whole spreadsheet will be selected. All right, good. Now, these are the fertility rates for all the provinces, but I want to have an impression for the whole country, for the whole Mozambique. Okay, how do you do that? You can calculate the average. The average is for the whole country, Mozambique. An average, in this case, that is called the mean. The mean is the sum of these numbers divided by the number. So, average, as you can see, you can write in the cells. And here we have to calculate the average. That you highlight, you click in the cell, and now you go here. And here you have, by auto sum, you have a drop menu, and you choose average. And the average is B12, B2 to B12. And you say, okay. You can do that the same here. Again, click on the cell, auto sum, click on average, say okay. Done. Another possibility, you can see that the number of decimals is here quite large. We can change that. Right click, go to format cells. Now wait. Format cells, say this is a number and the number of decimals is 1. And now you do OK. And we have 5.2. Okay, instead of doing this again, we also can copy the formula right. So then you can see my cursor is now a white cross. If I go to this small green square, it turns into a black cross. Now left click and drag it. And here is the fertility rate for average for 2015. Okay, next, in this column, in column E, wait a minute, I'm going to enlarge this a little bit, so like this. Column E, we are going to calculate the difference. That is as a percentage. And there's a formula for that. And the formula is you take the new value minus the old value divided by the old value times 100%. That's a formula. When you want to do a calculation in a cell, that's a formula. You start with an equal sign, and we take the new value, which is in cell D2, remember I click on it, I left click on it, minus, which is a minus, the new value, which is here, that is B2. We calculate the difference first. Yeah. Next, you divide this, and that's a backslash, by new value, old value minus new value divided by the old value, this one, times 100%. That's a star. So times, if you multiply, it's a star, times 100. And now you say, okay, done. And that is, again, we change that into no decimals, because we don't need that detail. You know, remember that the number of decimals depends on how much detail you want. In this case, we don't that kind of detail here. Okay, fine. So we have now calculated the difference. Drop this down again, copy the formula down like this, and here you have it. Well, these are the calculations I showed you. Now let's make some graphs. Let's make a graph. Okay, easy. We go and let's take the rate. Let's take the rate for 2018, right? Like this. Then we choose the province. In this case, you select another column. You do that with Control. Control select. Again, now I've selected two columns. I go to Insert and I choose, of course, a bar graph. No lines, because these are discrete. This is only for the provinces. These are discrete numbers. This is not a continuous variable. Okay, click on it and here you see it, right? So this is the graph for the fertility rates. And if you say it's interesting and you want to use it, you can right click on it and save it as a picture. If you do that, it will say, do you want to have it as a PNG? Otherwise, you have GIF, SV, JPEG, and BMP TIFF, and also SVG, scalable vector graphics. So these are the possibilities. Okay, cancel. Cool. So that's one thing. Okay. Let's drop this a little bit down. Now we go, oh. Well, let's delete it. That's also all right, fine, delete it. Can we make a graph from the percentage differences? Yes, of course, we can. You click on this, you select the percentages, and you select the provinces again. Control, there you go. And now again, go to Insert and choose here a column, and here you have the percentage change for the different columns, provinces. All right. So this is the basic in Excel. I'm going to show you later how you make a visualization of this in Tableau.